Hi, we should be live now. I was going to go live before, and then when they sent me these documents, and I went for a walk around the lake. I ate dinner, and then, I ate dinner before, and then went in the massage chair. So I'm here now. I'm going to go and get this. 1 second. I just have to get to my. Make sure that you can see this. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Here we go. Okay. All right. I just want to make sure that you can hear, and we'll be all set. Let's see. Okay, so first we're going to start with Lori stuff. I'm going to go through these because there's documents that were released for Lori and Chad. Hi there, everybody. April F., Aurora Rodriguez, Whisper to Me, Carol Boyce, Mimi, Jennifer Johnson, Elise K., Kathy, Fergie, Tammy McD., Flower Girl Phillips, Nana Patty, Teresa, and Nanette. So right here, this is the, to any law enforcement officer, this is the arrest warrant. An indictment has been presented to me on May 24th, and the grand jury having found probable cause to believe that the following public offense of Idaho Code section, and list the statutes here: criminal conspiracy, murder 1, another criminal conspiracy, murder 1, and theft grand. And this is State of Idaho versus Lori Noreen Vallow. Has committed and is accusing Lori Noreen Vallow thereof. You are ordered to arrest and bring the defendant before the court at 151 West 1st North Room 15, St. Anthony, Idaho. And there's the zip: County of Fremont, State of Idaho, or in the case of my absence or inability to act, or if the defendant is arrested outside of this county, before the nearest available magistrate within the judicial district where the defendant is arrested, bail, no bail. The arrest may be on any day and at any time, day or night, including inside a person's residence. Okay, and that was signed May 25th at 12:05 p.m. Okay, and that's that document. Let's go to the next one. Okay, so now next we're going to go to, let's go to the indictment. We're also going to see the witness list and then the corrected witness list. And okay, here's her indictment. State of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow, aka Lori Noreen Daybell. Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow are accused by the grand jury of Fremont County by this indictment as follows. It's to count 1, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and grand theft by deception, a felony. And that lists all the codes there. The defendant, Chad Guy Daybell, Lori Noreen Vallow, and Alex Cox, deceased, and other co-conspirators, both known and unknown, on or between the dates of October 26, 2018 and continuing until January 15, 2020, in the County of Madison, State of Ohio, and elsewhere, including Fremont County, Idaho, and as part of a continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan in Madison and Fremont Counties, Idaho, did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of Tylee Ryan and to commit grand theft by deception. In furtherance of the conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree of Tylee Ryan and grand theft by deception and to effect the objects thereof, one or more of the following overt acts were committed by one or more of the subjects of the conspiracy as part of a continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan within Madison and Fremont counties or elsewhere in the state of Idaho. So Do you see that Alex Cox is listed here? So if Alex Cox was alive, Alex Cox would also be in this, be charged with this stuff. So he avoided this, didn't he? We don't even know what else, I don't know if they would get him on Charles's death, Okay. On or between October 26th of 2018 and June 9th of 2020, Chad Guy Daybell and Noreen Vallo did endorse and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of encouraging and or justifying the homicide of Tylee Ryan. On or about August 16th of 2019, Noreen Vallo did change the deposit of Tylee Ryan's Social Security benefits from Tylee Ryan JP Morgan Chase account to deposit money directly into Noreen Vallo's personal BBVA bank account. On or about September 1st of 2019, Noreen Vallo did move from Chandler, Arizona to Rexburg, Idaho with Alex Cox, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua Jackson Vallo, hereinafter JJ Vallo. On or about September 8th of 2018, Chad Guy Daybell Googled SSW wind and visited a website entitled "What is the definition of SSW wind direction?" On or about September 9th of 2019, Alex Cox did go to 565 Pioneer Road, apartment 175, Rexburg, Idaho. On or between September 9th, 2019 and February 1st of 2020, Noreen Vallo failed or refused to contact the Social Security Administration as required by law to inform the Social Security Administration of Tylee Ryan's death. On or between September 25th, 2019 and January 22nd of 2020, Noreen Vallo did wrongfully continued to collect 5 monthly Social Security survivor benefits on behalf of Tylee Ryan. Count 2. The defendants, Chad Guy Daybell and Noreen Vallo, on or between the 8th and the 9th day of September 2019 in the County of Madison, State of Ohio, and State of Idaho, and as part of a common scheme or plan or continuing criminal transaction between Madison and Fremont counties in Idaho, were concerned in the commission of a first-degree murder and did aid and abet in its commission, or, not being present, advised and encouraged its commission, or by command compelled another to commit the crime, and did so with malice, aforethought, and did so willfully, deliberately, and with premeditation, which resulted in the death of a human being, to wit, did either kill Tylee Ryan and or assist in the killing of Tylee Ryan and or did encourage the killing of Tylee Ryan and or did command another to kill Tylee Ryan in violation of Idaho Code sections, and list the sections. Count 3, conspiracy to commit first-degree murder. The defendants Chad Guy Daybell, Noreen Vallo, and Alex Cox, deceased, and other co-conspirators, both known and unknown, on or between the dates of October 26, 2018, and continuing until January 15th of 2020, in the County of Madison, State of Ohio, and elsewhere, including Fremont County, Idaho, and as part of a continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan in Madison and Fremont counties, Idaho, did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of Joshua Jackson Vallo, hereinafter JJ Vallo, and to commit grand theft by deception, overt acts. In furtherance of the conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree of JJ Vallo and grand theft by deception, and to effect the objects thereof, one or more of the following overt acts were committed by one or more of the subjects of the conspiracy as part of a continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan within Madison and Fremont counties or elsewhere in the state of Idaho. On or between October 26, 2018 and June 9th of 2020, Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallo did endorse and teach religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying the homicide of J.J. Vallo. On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallo did move from Chandler, Arizona to Rexburg, Idaho with Alex Cox, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua Jackson Vallo. On or about September 23rd, 2019, Alex Cox did take possession of J.J. Vallo. On or about November 26th of 2019, Lori Noreen Vallo provided a false and or misleading physical location of J.J. Vallo to law enforcement during a lawful investigation. On or between September 23rd, 2019 and February 1st of 2020, Lori Noreen Vallo failed or refused to contact the Social Security Administration as required by law to inform the Social Security Administration of J.J. Vallo's death. On or between the dates of September 9th and February 1st of 2020, Lori Noreen Vallo did wrongfully continue to collect 4 monthly Social Security survivor benefits on behalf of J.J. Vallo and 4 monthly Social Security child in-care payments. Count 4. The defendants Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallo on or between the 22nd and the 23rd day of September 2019 in the county of Madison, state of Idaho, and as part of a common scheme or plan or continuing criminal transaction between Madison and Fremont counties in Idaho, was concerned in the commission of a first-degree murder and did aid and abet in its commission or, not being present, advised and encouraged its commission or by command compelled another to commit the crime and did so with malice aforethought and did so willfully, deliberately, and with premeditation, which resulted in the death of a human being, to wit, did either kill J.J. Vallo and or assist in the killing of J.J. Vallo and or did encourage the killing of J.J. Vallo and or did command another to kill J.J. Vallo in violation of the Idaho Code sections. Okay, so let's go here. Then we have count 5, that the defendants Chad Guy Daybell, Lori Noreen Vallo, and Alex Cox, deceased, on or about October 1st, 2018 and January 15th, 2020 in the county of Fremont, state of Idaho, and elsewhere, including Madison County, and as part of a continuing transaction and common scheme or plan in Fremont County, Idaho, did willfully and knowingly combine, conspire, confederate, and agree to commit murder in the first degree of Tammy Daybell, did combine or conspire to commit, and one or more of such persons did an act to effect the object of the combination or conspiracy. And the overt acts in furtherance of the conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree of Tammy Daybell and to effect the objects thereof, one or more of the following overt acts were committed by one or more of the subjects of the conspiracy as part of the continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan with Madison and Fremont counties or elsewhere in the state of Idaho. So 1, on or about the dates of October 26th of 2018 and June 9th of 2020. That's when they found the bodies, the remains of JJ and Tylee. Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallo did encourage and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying and encouraging the homicide of Tammy Daybell. On or about September 1st of 2019, Lori Noreen Vallo did move to Rexburg, Idaho with Alex Cox, Tylee Ryan, and Joshua Jackson, now they spelled Jackson wrong there, hereinafter J.J. Vallo. 3. Text messages between Chad and Lori regarding death percentages for Tammy and JJ in messages on July 30th of 2019. Okay, so text messages between Chad and Lori regarding death percentages for Tammy and JJ in text messages on July 30th of 2019. Chad Daybell obtained a burner phone on September 18th of 2019, and Alex Cox obtained a burner phone on October 9th of 2019. Text messages between Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallow about Tammy Daybell being in limbo and Tammy being possessed by a spirit named Viola. Okay, so here we go again. They're talking about, remember, Tammy, who's supposed to have just, died of natural causes in her bed. Now they found the text messages between the two of them talking about, that they're going to help her, right? Because she's in limbo. And when you're in limbo, there's nothing you can do. When you murder someone, it's not really murder because you're really setting their spirit free. This is what they're saying. This is what they said about the kids. And this is why they said, oh, the kids are all right, but it's complicated because that's their delusion to do this and, have no remorse. Okay. So they were discussing Tammy being in limbo and Tammy being possessed by that spirit, Viola. September 8th of 2019, Chad Guy Daybell signed an application along with Tammy Daybell to increase her life map insurance to the maximum allowed under her policy. Alex Cox attempted to shoot. Look at this. Alex Cox attempted to shoot Tammy Daybell on October 9th of 2019. Nice guy. Alex Cox conducted multiple internet searches between the dates of October 8th of 2019 and October 12th of 2019, including searches related to Grendel drop and shooting through a Dodge Dakota. Alex going to a gun range in the months before October 9th, 2019, when the attempted shooting of Tammy Daybell takes place. 11. Alex traveled from Sportsman's Warehouse to the vicinity of the Daybell residence on October 9th of 2019. 12. Alex was in the church parking lot approximately 2.5 miles from the Daybell residence on the night of October 18th, 2019. So then you have count 6. That the defendant, Chad Guy Daybell, on or about October 18th to the 19th, 2019, in the county of Fremont, state of Idaho, was concerned in the commission of a first-degree murder and did aid and abet in its commission, or, not being present, advised and encouraged its commission, or by command compelled another to commit the crime and did so with malice aforethought and did so willfully, deliberately, and with premeditation, which resulted in the death of a human being, to wit, did either kill Tammy Daybell and or assist in the killing of Tammy Daybell and or did encourage the killing of Tammy Daybell, or did command another to kill Tammy Daybell in violation of Idaho Code sections. Okay, and then here's the grand theft. This is for Lori. That's the defendant, Lori Noreen Vallow, on or between the dates of October 1st, 2019 and January 22nd, 2020 in the county of Madison, state of Idaho, did as a common scheme or plan or continuing criminal transaction between Madison and Fremont counties, Idaho, by deceit and with the intent to deprive another of property and to appropriate the same for herself or to a third person, wrongfully take, obtain, or withhold, or aid and abet another to take, obtain, or withhold the property of another, to wit: Social Security survivor benefits allocated for Tylee Ryan and J.J. Vallo, and Social Security child and care benefits allocated for Lori Noreen Vallow in an amount exceeding $1,000 which said funds Lori Noreen Vallow was not entitled to and which did belong to the government of the United States of America. Excuse me. Then we have count 8, that the defendant Chad Guy Daybell on or about October 19th of 2019 to October 30th of 2019 in the County of Madison, State of Ohio, did with the intent to defraud or deceive an insurer for the purpose of obtaining any money or benefit presented or caused to be presented to an insurer or another person, a statement as part of or in support of a claim for payment or benefit, knowing that such statement contained false, incomplete, or misleading information concerning any fact or thing material to such claim, to wit, did present and or cause to be presented an insurance beneficiary form to Life Map Assurance Company in violation of Idaho Code. So he gave them and took payment as the beneficiary of Tammy's life insurance, even though, things didn't happen the way he said. Then you have count 9, that the defendant, Chad Guy Daybell, on or about October 19th to October 31st of 2019, County of Madison, or Fremont County, State of Ohio, did with the intent to defraud or deceive or insure an insurer for the purpose of obtaining any money or benefit present or caused to be present to an insurer or another person as a statement as part of or in support of a claim for payment of benefit, knowing that such statement contained false, incomplete, or misleading information concerning any fact or thing material to such claim, to wit, did present and or cause to be presented as a claimant. Statement, hold on one second. Sorry about that. We had to get the dogs in. Sorry. Okay, so where was I? Did present and cause to be presented a claimant statement to Prime America Life Insurance Company in violation of Idaho Code section, and then that's the presented on the 24th day of May, 2021. Let me see one thing. I just want to make sure the mic is working because, sometimes when I put it back, I just want to make sure. Okay. So we got that, and let's see what else now we have here. We have the witness. Okay, this is one of the first witness. There's 3 different things about the witness list. So Monday, May 17th, we have that Ray, Ron, Randy Reese, Stubbs, Joe Powell, Bruce Mattingly, Vinny, Rylene, Nolan, Tara Martinez, Angela Yancey, Haley, Taylor Ballard. Then we have Katie Dace, Chuck, Mark, Joe Powell, Bruce Mattingly, Helania, I can't even get that last name. Okay. Coulter Cannon, Garth Daybell, that's Chad's son, Joe Murray, Melanie Pawlowski, David Warwick, Zulima Pestinez. Okay, Zulima continued on Wednesday. David Warwick, Melanie Gibb, Steve Daniels, Gary Liu, Brenda Dye, Eric Christensen. Thursday the 20th, Ricky Wright, Garth Warren, Melanie Pawlowski, Ian Pawlowski, Audrey Baratiero, Ben Dean. We have Brigham Young University, One Lane, Kinghorn, Emma Moss, Heather Daybell, Sandra Briggs, Shanna Miller, McKay Abeglan, Ricky Wright, Jared Wilmore. Then the 24th, Audrey Batterio, Recall, 911 Dispatcher Chris, Allie Greenhall, Cami Wilmore, Ray Hermosillo, Brenda Dye, Vinnie Kay, Mike Douglas, and Doug Hart. Okay, let's go to the next document. So that was the indictment. We've gone to the warrant returned. We've gone to the indictment. Now there's an order, a motion to amend and correct the witness list, and there's an order to correct the witness list. So let's pull this up. Okay, let's see here. The state hereby moves the court for an order allowing the state to amend and attach a corrected witness list to the indictment found on March 24th in the above captioned case, State of Idaho versus Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen Vallo, aka Lori Noreen Daybell. So here's the grand jury witness list, May 17th to the 24th. Ray Hermosillo, Ron Ball, Randy Reese, Dave Stubbs, Joe Powell, Bruce Mattingly, Vince, however you say that, Rylene Noland, Nowland, Tara Martinez, Angela Yancey, Haley Palmer, Taylor Ballard, Katie Dace, Chuck Kunsatis, Mark Sari, Helena. So they fixed the spelling on these. Coulter Cannon, Garth Daybell, Joe Murray, Melanie Pawlowski, Zalima Pestanis, David Warwick, Melanie Gibbs, Steve Daniels, Gary Liu, Eric Christensen, Ricky Wright, Garth Warren, Ian Pawlowski, Audria Baratiero, Ben Dean, Lane Kinghorn, Emma Moss, Heather Daybell, Sandra Briggs, Shauna Miller, McKay Abeglen, Jared Wilmore, Christina West, Allie Greenhall, Cami Wilmore, Brenda Dye, Mike Douglas, and Doug Hart. So that's that one. And then we have the order. So it's the same, State of Idaho versus Chad and Lori. The matter is before the state. Motion to correct the witness list attached to the indictment in this matter for the purpose of including first and last names and better identifying the witnesses. Based upon good cause appearing, the state's motion is granted, and a corrected witness list may be attached to the indictment issued by the grand jury in this matter. It is so ordered on this 25th day of May 2021. So that was the order, and let's see, I think we went through all of, and we got one more for Lori. This is her for her hearing. Okay, so here's the hearing type. Her initial appearance, felony, date 5/26, tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. Judge Edens. The initial appearance, felony magistrate court, will take place remotely through telephone or video conference. Okay, so we've got the Zoom here. And for a list of best practices, so she's going to go in at 11:30, and then we'll check on Chad, because he had 1 o'clock, the one I first heard. Now let's go into Chad's papers here. 1 second. So we'll go to his warrant first. Okay. And it's, what's funny? Lori they didn't fill in her height or weight, but Chad's is filled in. 6'2", 225, color brown, and his hair, male. She didn't have any of that filled in on hers. Okay, so let's see. To any law enforcement officer in the state of Idaho, let's see, an indictment having been presented to me on May 24th, and the grand jury having found probable cause to believe that the following public offenses, okay, he's got criminal conspiracy, murder 1, criminal conspiracy, murder 1, murder 1, conspiracy, murder 1, insurance fraud, and insurance fraud. Has been committed in accusing Chad Guy Daybell thereof. You are ordered to arrest and bring the defendant before the court at 151 West 1st Street, Room 15, St. Anthony, Idaho, County of Fremont, State of Idaho, or in my absence, or inability to act, or if the defendant is arrested outside the county, before the nearest available magistrate within the judicial district where the defendant is arrested. Bail, no bail. 5:25. This was at 10:41 a.m. You see, his was issued before her. That's why his came out first. Okay, now let's go to his other one. Let's see. So we'll look at now his indictment. It's probably going to be the same way. I mean, we won't go completely over the whole thing like that, but we'll just look because sometimes they change a little something. It's crazy, but this all looks, this defendants, it lists them all here just like in the other thing. And this is for Tylee Ryan, so that's all the same. Let's look at the overt acts. Yep. Endorse or espouse religious beliefs. Yep. And the Social Security. And moving to Rexburg. Yep. And he Googled SSW wind direction, September 9th. Okay, he Googled the wind direction. What does it mean, SSW? And then we have September 9th, Alex going to that apartment. And then Lori taking the Social Security. Okay, and then we have them just, here we have just no Alex here. This is Chad and Lori. And this is about Tylee Ryan. Okay, so I guess they don't think Alex, let me see here, was involved with Tylee. Then here's the three of them again right here. And this is with JJ. Same as Lori's. Let's see this. In furtherance of the conspiracy to commit murder in the first degree of J.J. Vallow and grand theft by deception and to affect objects thereof, one or more of the following overt acts were committed by one or more of the subjects of the conspiracy as part of a continuing criminal transaction and common scheme or plan within Madison and Fremont counties or elsewhere in the state of Idaho. So let's see. We heard this is the same. They did endorse and teach the religious beliefs. On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori did move, yes, with Alex, yes, and the kids. On the 23rd, Alex did take possession of J.J. Vallow. On or about November 26th, Lori Noreen Vallow provided a false or misleading physical location of J.J. Vallow to law enforcement during a lawful investigation. And on or between September 23rd and February 1st of 2020, Lori Noreen Vallow did refuse to contact the Social Security Administration as required by law to inform them of J.J. Vallow's death. On or between the dates of September 9th, 2019 and February 1st of 2020, Lori Noreen Vallow did wrongfully continue to collect 4 months of Social Security survivor benefits on behalf of J.J. Vallow and 4 months of Social Security child in care payments. Okay, so here we have first degree murder, and let's see, this is the death of JJ, count 5. Okay, this is the death of Tammy Daybell, and all three here, okay, for Tammy. Okay, let's look at the overt acts here. On or between the days of October 26th and June 9th, Chad Guy Daybell and Lori Noreen did encourage and espouse religious beliefs for the purpose of justifying and or encouraging the homicide of Tammy Daybell. On or about September 1st, 2019, Lori Noreen Vallow did move to Rexburg, Idaho with Alex and the kids. Text messages between Chad and Lori regarding death percentages for Tammy and JJ were seen in messages on July 30th of 2019. Chad obtained a burner phone September 18th. Alex obtained a burner phone October 9th, both of 2019. Text messages between Chad and Lori about Tammy being in limbo and Tammy being possessed by that spirit Viola September 8th, Chad signed an application along with Tammy to increase her life map insurance to the maximum allowed under her policy. Alex attempted to shoot Tammy Daybell on October 9th of 2019. Alex conducted multiple internet searches between the dates of October 8th, 2019 and October 12th, 2019, including searches related to Grendel drop and shooting through a Dodge Dakota. Okay. Let's see now. Then we have Alex going to the gun range in the months before October 9th when the attempted shooting of Tammy Daybell takes place. Alex traveled from the Sportsman's Warehouse to the vicinity of the Daybell residence on October 9th of 2019, and Alex was in the church parking lot approximately 2.5 miles from the Daybell residence on the night of October 18th, 2019. Count 6, that the defendant Chad Guy Daybell, on or about October 18th and 19th, was concerned in the commission of a first-degree murder and did aid and abet in its commission, or not being present advised, encouraged its commission, or by command compelled another to commit the crime. Okay, we did this. This is of Tammy. Did either kill Tammy Daybell, or assist in the killing of Tammy Daybell, or did encourage the killing of Tammy Daybell, or did command another to kill Tammy Daybell. Then we have count 7. This is going that Lori, on the dates October 1st to 2019 through January 22nd, 2020 in the county of Madison, state of Ohio, did, as a common scheme or plan, continue a criminal transaction between Madison and Fremont counties by deceit and with the intent to deprive another of property or to appropriate the same to herself, to a third person, wrongfully take and withhold or aid, abet another to take, obtain, or withhold the property of another, to wit, Social Security benefits for Tylee and J.J. Vallow, and Social Security child in-care benefits allowed for Lori Noreen Vallow in an amount exceeding $1,000, which said funds Lori Noreen Vallow was not entitled and which did belong to the government of the United States of America. And we have 8, the insurance fraud. These are, we read these before. Chad claiming he's the beneficiary of the Life Map Insurance Company, and that's Tammy's life insurance, and then again on the Prime America life insurance that he collected 24th day of May, right? And then this is the witness list that they corrected. Okay, and then let's see. So we looked at the warrant return. And we'll go, the witness list stuff is the same. So we'll go to his hearing. Okay, state of Idaho. So he's at 11 a.m. So the 1 o'clock p.m. was Eastern Standard Time. That's what Court TV gave it in our time. And she's 11:30, right? So he's before her. Hearing type, initial appearance, felony, telephone or video conference. And that's, I'm going to see if there's... Let me see 1 second, because we got it. Okay, so 1 second, please note this. Okay. So it looks like okay. No, snow remover just sent a statement from Tammy's family. So I'll read this. That says, hang on. Let me move this. Open. There we go. Where'd that go? Okay. As the parents and siblings of our dearly beloved Tammy, we want to make a brief statement in light of today's news. First, we'd like to extend our continued love and heartfelt sympathy to the families of Tylee and JJ. Words cannot adequately express the depths of loss and pain that they are suffering, but we hope they know that they are not alone, and we grieve and hold a place in our hearts with them at this time. In light of new information and forward movement in the judicial process, we ask for consideration of our family's right to privacy and continued grieving as we process this. We'd especially ask that this consideration be extended to our dearest Tammy's children and grandchildren. We want their lives to retain as much peace, normalcy, and remembrance of their mother, grandmother as possible. No one knows how to handle this perfectly. We ask that we all be given the space to continue to honor and grieve our loved ones as best we can, the best we can. We'd like to thank the tireless efforts of law enforcement, the FBI, and all of those who continue to seek out the answers during the investigation surrounding Tylee, JJ, and Tammy. We appreciate their pursuit of justice and ultimately some measure of peace for those of us left in the wake of our loss. Hang on, I gotta get the other one. Thank you to all those family, friends, and supporters near and far who have continually reached out to us. We thank those who have shown interest in honoring Tammy's legacy with us through our beginning efforts with the Tammy Douglas Daybell Foundation, and they have a link to that. We pray that truth will prevail and that all of us left behind will find a way to pick up the pieces and somehow come out of this crucible together. From Tammy's parents and siblings. Okay, so. Oh boy. I just want to see if there's anything. So let me see what you guys are saying here. I think Chad has claimed to have 3 near-death experiences, April Myers says, and being able to see beyond that veil. What a joke. Deborah Kent, Crystal, Tiffany. Okay. I'm just trying to see. Hi, Hurricane Hunter. Cranky, it's me, RC. Pamela. Deanna, Nightbot. Debbie L. I doubt this is the last we hear from Melanie. Okay, so let me just go to hi Sean. Ned and Patty. Mary Tackett. Kevin Leonard. You're welcome, Kevin. So let me see what else, if there's anything else coming in on the, doubt it, but okay, let's see here. So this is picture that I think was released with Tammy's statement, family statement. Okay, so we saw the press conference with Special Prosecutor Rob Wood and the Fremont County Prosecutor Lindsay Blake. We listened to that if you missed it. We listened to it in the video before this. The 9-page indictment shed new light on the events surrounding the deaths of Tammy, Joshua J.J. Vallo, and Tylee Ryan. So we read the indictments. Now, the court documents, of course, don't give us all the specifics of what happened, but they do give us a little bit of stuff. And investigators believe that Tylee was murdered the day after she went to Yellowstone National Park, which was on September 8th, 2019. And then her body was burned and buried in the backyard of Chad's home. That coincides with those internet search records where Chad looked up south-southwest wind, referring to the wind direction. There's phone records that place Alex Cox, which we knew this, on Chad's property in the general area where investigators found Tylee's body. Then on September 23rd, 2019, where JJ was last seen alive with Alex Cox, who, according to the indictment, did take possession of the boy, JJ Vallow, whose birthday is today. Happy heavenly birthday, JJ. And his body was also found on Chad's property on June 9th of 2020. They also claim that after the kids have died, Lori has allegedly continued to collect on their Social Security benefits and even changed accounts, moving their deposit into her personal account. So that's even worse, because she could say, oh, I didn't know they were dead. I never believed they were dead. Why would I do that? Or whatever. But the point that she changed the accounts, and having them deposited into her personal account. It's something. So an investigation into the children's disappearances didn't begin until November of 2019. And that was because Kay and Larry Woodcock, the grandparents of JJ, reported that JJ was missing. The kids are not the only ones now, right? Alex, Lori, and Chad conspired and committed the murder, allegedly, of Tammy Daybell. We know that Alex shot Charles Vallow on July 11th of 2019. He claims it's self-defense. But that case is an open investigation. It's still open. So, let's see. Text messages from July 30th of 2019 show that Chad and Lori were talking about death percentages of Tammy and the kids. They also mentioned that Tammy was in limbo and she was possessed by a spirit by the name of Viola. Seven months before Alex shot and killed Charles Vallow, there is police body camera footage that shows Charles Vallow talking to authorities about Lori, saying that she had been taken over by a spirit named Nick Schneider. On the same day that Tylee was last seen alive, that's when Chad signed an application with Tammy to increase her life insurance to the maximum allowed under the policy, which was $430,000. Once that was increased, Alex Cox tried to shoot Tammy outside of her and Chad's Salem home, and that was on October 9th. That evening, Tammy called 911 saying a masked man shot at her in her driveway with a paintball gun. Tammy went to Facebook afterwards saying she has no idea who the person was or why they would want to shoot her. And Alex, according again to this indictment, visited the Sportsman Warehouse, which is an outdoor and hunting store in Idaho Falls, before the shooting, but the indictment does not mention what he did there or what he purchased or whatever. Before October 9th, when Tammy was shot in her driveway, investigators said that Alex went to the gun range to practice his shooting. And he also performed searches between October 8th of 2019 and October 12th of 2019 for Grendel drop and shooting through a Dodge Dakota. The Grendel drop is likely a reference to the ballistics of a 6.5 Grendel round for a rifle. Tammy died October 18th of 2019. Chad told investigators she died in her sleep. Now, the court documents don't go through anything about how she died, but they do mention that Alex Cox was in the parking lot of a church 2.5 miles down the road from Chad's home that very day. After Tammy, Charles Vallow, Tylee, JJ were all dead, Chad and Lori got married on November 5th of 2019. They returned to Idaho before going back to the island of Hawaii in December of 2019, and after police came looking for JJ and Tylee. Lori was arrested February 2020 in Hawaii. She was brought back to Idaho on charges related to the disappearance of her children. Now, after the bodies were found, their charges changed, but they were not charged with murder until today. So, now the penalty for murder in Idaho ranged from life in prison without the possibility of parole to the death penalty. Now, at the press conference today, the prosecutors did not say what they would be doing. If prosecutors do decide to pursue the death penalty, they have to notify Lori and Chad within 60 days of their plea. Chad's going to have his initial court appearance tomorrow at 11 a.m., Lori 11:30. It's going to be held via Zoom, and East Idaho News will carry the hearings live. So we will be tuning in for that. See if there's anything else here. Now they can go, throw as much of this on Alex, but I think they have a good amount of proof that they were all conspiring in this. Okay, so, and then we did talk about that Melanie Gibb was served a subpoena, and we looked at that, and I can just pull it up real quick again, which is here. And this was on the 21st, right? This is 21st, yeah, 21st of May. And she was commanded, I'm not going to read the whole thing because I read it in the last one, but she was commanded to produce all of the following: all communications, text, emails, voicemails, SMS messages, chat records, social media communications, podcast recordings, and the like, tangible or intangible, between you, Miss Melanie Gibb, and the following individuals, and it listed all of these people: Lori, Chad, Melanie, Ian, Zalima, Summer Shiflett, April Raymond, Charles Vallow, Tylee Ryan, Jason Moe, Gabe Benilla, Alex Cox, Zach Cox, Adam Cox, Colby Ryan, Tammy Daybell, Julie Rowe, Christopher Parrott, Michael James, Nancy James, Brandon Boudreau, Thor Yusuf, Heather Daybell, Matthew Daybell, Robert Wood, any and all news journalists and reporters, not limited to Nate Eaton, ABC, NBC, Dateline, MSNBC, Keith Morrison, Shane Bishop, Color My Media, Latter Day Media, Preparing a People, Book of Mormon Evidence, the Firm Foundation, any and all media agencies, and it just goes on. Rexburg Police Department, blah, 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 blah. So she got served that. All the computers, the electronic devices. Okay. And that was the 17th day of May, and it's stated up here the 21st, electronically filed on the 21st. So let's see what you guys are saying. Her body was burned, Cranky. Her body was burned. Her mom thought this was okay. So much. Yep, so much, huh? Let's see here. Where's Kevin? Kevin's here. I just saw Kevin. Deanna says, the problem with that is Chad was a grave digger, so he would have known it takes massive heat and time to do that. I think there's more to why she was dismembered and then set on fire. You have a feeling a guilty plea will be used. You have a feeling a guilty plea will be used. Oh, you mean that they'll take a plea deal easily distracted? I don't know. We don't know for sure. He said it's likely that she was murdered the day after she was seen in Yellowstone. Yeah, it's possible. I don't know. Snow remover. It'll be interesting to see them in court tomorrow via Zoom. To watch this trial. I don't know. We'll see tomorrow what they're like. It will be one long trial with that witness list. It will be, Sherry. Yep. Definitely. Definitely. Can you imagine if Chad's kid's DNA was on those tools as well? Was that last, what was that? That something, what the heck happened last week? That someone said something about those tools. That something came back about the tools. What was the there was something that went out last week about something. Is that this? everything's melding together. He has, well, Garth is on there, and let me see, let me see if I can see how many. Okay, he has they have 5 children. Let's see. He has Garth, should be 28 now. Emma, should be 27. Seth, 25. Leah, 22. And then it looks like Mark. I don't have an age for Mark there. I'm just looking at something else. Text messages were exchanged between Tammy and Chad on the same day. Investigators believe Alex was tracked when the remains were later discovered. Tammy was believed to be living on the property when the children were buried. Last known sighting of Tylee Ryan was September 8th. Last known sighting of JJ was September 23rd. And today, like I said, is JJ's 9th birthday. What else? I think that's about the size of it. Did anybody have any questions? Anything? So sad that people do such horrible things to any child. I'll never understand it. It's me or C. Yeah, exactly. Good night, Wendy Claire. I live in a scary, dangerous world. Yep. But, let me see if there's anything. 1 second. Check one thing. So I'm going to do the Molly Tibbetts. I'm going to do later on tonight. It's not that earth-shattering. Just the defense, just keeps going over and over and over and over and over. The boyfriend, as if it's like really make a difference there, huh? But anyway, let's see something here. Okay. But I think that's about the size of everything that's there. What do you think Salima killed Alex? Do I think so? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe he did something to kill himself. I don't know. You're welcome, Kathy. Yeah, that's what I've got for you now. All right. I'll talk to you guys in a little bit with Molly Tibbetts. All right, everybody, stay well. Talk to you later. Love you guys. God bless. Bye.